Alright, so Devil May Cry 5. Let's address the elephants in the room first. Back in either July or August, I made a video where I basically lambasted the game's microtransactions, and I said things along the lines of that I don't give a shit about this game anymore, that you weren't going to see any Devil May Cry 5 content on the channel, you know, basically fuck this game. Well, looking back now, I jumped the gun a little bit on that, because once I kind of removed myself, once the initial shock of the microtransactions being in there wore off, I slowly regained interest in this game again, and by the end of the year, when the most anticipated games of 2019 video rolled around, I still was very much looking forward to Devil May Cry 5. I still am not happy that the microtransactions are there, and I still was not going to buy the game day one. I hadn't planned on it, because I don't want to give Capcom money towards a game that supports this kind of business model, which I do not like, because microtransactions have no place in a $60 game. I don't care how slowly these companies are starting to creep back towards putting that crap into every game, and how they're creeping towards doing loot boxes again. I don't like that. That's not acceptable. That's definitely not acceptable in a $60 single-player game. It's not even acceptable in a single-player game to begin with. But because life has a weird way of working out, I actually got Devil May Cry 5 as a gift. So there is that little loophole there of, technically I did not pay for it with my own money. Someone bought it for me on PC, which was a great surprise to me. So here you go. This is why you're getting a Devil May Cry 5 video, because somebody got it for me. So I didn't spend my money on it. I certainly am not buying any of those fucking microtransactions, and because the microtransactions are there, I'm not buying any of that deluxe edition upgrade shit, not until they get rid of the microtransactions, which they never will. But the microtransactions will not be a big focus in this video, because I want to do a separate video about them, because I think they are, despite a lot of people kind of brushing them aside, I think they are an important topic to talk about. So that video will be later. Granted, I don't fall down the rabbit hole of playing the upcoming Sekiro and Yoshi, which I most likely will, but you know, I hope to get around to doing a video where I talk about DMC5's microtransactions in full, because I think they are an important thing to talk about. But this video will mostly just be talking about Devil May Cry 5 as a video game. And I also must admit that when I first played Devil May Cry 5, I didn't have the greatest first impression of it, because I played the really terrible mistake of starting it out on the human mode instead of the Demon Hunter mode. Because I figured that, okay, I haven't played a Devil May Cry game in probably about 5 years, because the last one that I played was the Ninja Theory one, which I actually rather liked, you know, so feel free to disregard my opinion on Devil May Cry 5 on that basis. So it's been a while since I played a Devil May Cry game, so I figured, okay, I remember this game, you know, kicking my ass, especially back in the DMC3 days, even on the normal difficulty. So I figured, all right, I'll kind of ease myself back into this, because I don't want to be getting my ass handed to me right off the bat. And that was a terrible mistake, because human mode, I didn't realize, was the baby starter mode, and it just wasn't clicking for me. And at the time, I wasn't sure if it was just the game itself wasn't doing it for me, or if it was too easy. So I had a really mediocre first impression of Devil May Cry when I first played it, and I thought, you know what, screw it. I made it to like the halfway point on human mode before I was like, fuck this, I'm not liking this. I am going to restart it on the Demon Hunter mode, and I'm going to go from there. And that was the best decision I could have made, because Demon Hunter mode, if you're going to start Devil May Cry 5, you have to do it on Demon Hunter mode. Do not even touch the human mode until you want to go back and play it again and check out the new moves that you've got and grind for orbs. Don't even touch human mode the first time. Demon Hunter mode. Okay? That's the way to go. Because Demon Hunter mode, when I finally got into the groove of the combat, where I was getting some resistance from the enemies, and even kind of dying a little bit, especially towards the end, it hooked me. It got me. And I ended up really liking it after I was done. And I was like, you know what? This game just leapfrogged from mediocre to really good in my head. And then I started playing it on Son of Sparta mode when I was done, with the unlocked moves that you get at the end of the campaign, to all the progression that carries over from the Demon Hunter campaign. And I went from really liking it to now I full on fucking love Devil May Cry 5. I love this game. This is maybe my favorite Capcom game ever made. I shit you not. In their God knows how long history of making video games, Devil May Cry 5, along with Resident Evil 4, this might be my favorite Capcom game. And I've never really been a gigantic big fan of not only Capcom, but Devil May Cry itself. I'm more like a casual fan of the company, because a lot of their stuff just doesn't really appeal to me. Like their fighting stuff, their Monster Hunter stuff, their other stuff, But it's mainly Resident Evil and Devil May Cry that are kind of like my big ins with Capcom. And what Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 2 Remake have done for the series with Resident Evil, this game does that for Devil May Cry. This is a game that just is this glorious return to form for the series after years of it kind of being in the shadows. I didn't realize that it's been almost 11 years between. I just blows me away that it's been 11 years since 4. And this game it's remarkable. This game is everything I have been wanting video games to be for years now. I'm on my 3rd playthrough of it right now, because I went back and I beat the human mode and I beat the demon mode. And right now I'm like more than halfway through Son of Sparta mode, and I think I can confidently say that this game is the PlayStation 2 game that I have always wanted. It is a PlayStation 2 game in the best possible way. Even with the unfortunate live service-esque elements to Devil May Cry, and I'll get to those in a later video. Devil May Cry 5 has the design, style, and soul of a classic PlayStation 2 game, except now with the huge leaps in gameplay and smoothness and graphics. This isn't some minimal viable product with some barren-ass open world that's devoid of meaningful content and fun things to do. I mean, see Anthem for the recent example. This isn't a game that wants you to make your own fun with friends. Oh, we didn't bother putting shit in this game. Go ahead and make your own fun, guys. It's not some $60 shell game where the content will be here in a year from now, where you gotta follow some fucking roadmap where they couldn't even be bothered to push the car out of the garage. This game, Devil May Cry 5, right off the bat for your $60, is an excellent and thoroughly entertaining, linear, single-player, story-driven, spectacular, that's satisfying as hell to play and to watch. And it emphasizes fun above everything else, even with the stupid microtransactions in there. This is a fun game. I think that's a word that's just been lost in the AAA gaming sphere nowadays. Fun. It's fun. It doesn't focus on, oh, player engagement. Are the players engaging with our economy? Are they spending more money in our game? Oh, well, fuck that. And then we can't have that. God forbid a game be fun nowadays. And Devil May Cry 5 is fucking fun. It's a game that is just the complete package. What else can I say? This is a game that prioritizes your enjoyment of it above everything else. It's got a confident style. It's just brimming with personality. It makes you laugh at every turn, not in a smarmy kind of way, but in a game that's just genuinely confident being in its own skin. It's not afraid to be as silly and weird and wacky as it is, and it's so charming when it comes to that respect. And I couldn't help but just fall in love with this game's world all over again. And everything about this game is just designed to be as fun as humanly possible. And it has levels. My god, it has levels. It's a PlayStation 2 game. It's not some giant open world that's filled with fuck all. It has designed, greatly paced levels that have hidden collectibles and hidden secrets, and it encourages replayability to you to go back and try out your new moves on the enemies to fuck shit up. And I remember the exact moment that I fell in love with this game. I remember the exact moment I went from really liking it to loving it. I was playing it on Son of Sparta mode, and it was one of the earlier levels with Nero, and I had unlocked a new move from beating the campaign the first time. And I remember just accidentally discovering it, where I was like kicking the crap out of some demon goat, and then I accidentally bumped into the trigger button, and I remember just punching this demon goat in the face with my new power. He literally punches this goat in the face, then he grabs the goat and slams its head into the ground repeatedly and just bashes its head into this shower of red orbs. And I was like, that is some God of War shit. And I literally clapped. Like, I clapped. I rarely ever clap playing a game. I clapped multiple times during Kingdom Hearts 3. I clapped during, I don't know, the God of War 3 during a boss. I clapped during Titanfall 2. I rarely clap during a game, but I clapped during Devil May Cry 5. And I was like, I love this game. And I said that out loud. I think I was on a Discord server with Mario and Doggy Bone Gaming, and I remember just saying out loud, I love this game. This game is better than Kingdom Hearts 3. And it feels kind of weird saying that a game is better than Kingdom Hearts 3 after years of me hyping up Kingdom Hearts 3. But Devil May Cry 5 is better than Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm sorry, Tetsuya Nomura, but Kingdom Hearts 3, nah, you can't punch a demon goat in the face multiple times and then bash its brains in while a shower of currency comes over you. That just doesn't happen in Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm sorry, Nomura. Please put that in Kingdom Hearts 3 next time, and then we'll see. Then we'll talk. And above everything else with this game, above the deep gameplay, and above the very impressive, pretty graphics, thank you, RE Engine, my favorite aspect of this game is just watching and listening to these characters talk. I love just watching them interact with each other, because this cast is such a great mix of personalities, and seeing them bounce off of one another is charming and funny and sometimes a little heartwarming. And I wasn't sure about the new cast coming in, but I grew to really like V. Probably my favorite new addition of the cast is Nico, who is just this fucking adorable dork. What's the term? Adorkable? She's adorkable. A little bit creepy at times, a little bit oddball, almost like not antisocial, but just a little out of her mind. But I love her passion. I love that she's your gunsmith, and I loved interacting with her at every moment because, again, I just grew to really like her after a time. And I already liked her from the initial reveal trailer back at E3, where she's like, yeah, I made that badass arm for him so he can kick some demon ass. And she says it with such glee and joy that I was like, I like it. I like this girl already. She's awesome. And of course, Nero's in it. Nero, he and Nico have a really funny comic foil to them. Dante is Dante. He's great as always. I wish Lady and Trish had a little bit more to do. They're kind of sidelined a little bit in this one. They appear every so often, but they're kind of like once they really get into the story, again, they're kind of just a little bit on the sideline. I think Lady gets a few moments to shine. She's really funny at a couple points. Trish is kind of just she's kind of just sitting there, and she's kind of just there to spout exposition. But yeah, I really liked the cast in this game, and I didn't expect to. And it gets a little like little corny Kingdom Hearts-ish kind of thing towards the end, and a lot of people were like, ugh, like rolling their eyes about that, but I liked it. I like that kind of corny shit, so that was right up my alley for me. And again, I've already beaten this game twice already, and I still actively look forward to playing it. Just the mere idea of getting an opportunity to dive back into this silly, wacky game makes me smile. Hell, I kept procrastinating recording this. I really did. I didn't want to record this for a long time because I just wanted to keep playing it. I was putting off telling you guys about it just so I could keep playing it. And if those aren't signs of a truly excellent game, then I don't know what is, because I love Devil May Cry 5. I feel comfortable enough saying that. I think it's it's my game of the year so far. And I think it's a testament to how great it is to even with the stupid microtransactions, even with the unfortunate live service-ish elements of it at times, and they're very minor compared to a lot of other games though, I will admit. It's testament to how great this game is that I still highly recommend it to anyone. Anyone, even if you've never played a Devil May Cry game before. I think this is a great starting point for the series because it doesn't have the jankiness of the past PS2 titles. It doesn't have the baggage, like the plot baggage of some of the other games. What little, substantial plot there is, and it's a great point. And I'm really looking forward to the future of this series. Hell, I'll be diving back into it when the Bloody Palace mode comes out, and I've heard that they're gonna add DLC for certain characters that I'll pay for that. I'll happily pay for that. I would love any opportunity to play new content from this game. And Capcom, you gotta give props to Capcom. They're not perfect. They've done some really stupid shit in the past 5 years, but with particularly with the RE Engine stuff, with Resident Evil 7, with Resident Evil 2 Remake, and now this. I mean, they're on a roll. Whatever magic they're pulling behind the scenes to make these high-quality linear single-player games with the dazzling RE Engine, I hope they keep it up forever, because they've just been impressing the hell out of me recently with their stuff. And I am so excited for the future of Capcom with this RE Engine. I don't really care about their fighting games. I don't really care about like Monster Hunter, honestly. But this RE Engine stuff, whatever they do next with it, you got me. Just, you want to make Dragon's Dogma 2 with the RE Engine? I'll be there. You want to make a new Ace Attorney with the RE Engine? I'll be there. Hell, you want to put out Dino Crisis with the RE Engine? I'll be there. I'll sure as shit be there. So, do I recommend Devil May Cry 5? Abso-fucking-lutely. I love this game. Game of the Year 2019 so far until something else knocks it away. I cannot wait to play through it again. I can't wait to unlock Heaven and Hell mode, or Hell and Hell mode, or Dante Must Die. I can't wait to play through this game. I love this game so much. So, that's me. There you go. Just me gushing about Devil May Cry 5. Thank you all for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Devil May Cry 5. And look forward to a video about the game's live service elements, because I feel like that's worth talking about as well, extensively. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one, everyone. Bye.